Here's a story. I think I told you the story before, but I'm telling it again. I've told it a lot of times. It was a story that was told to me by my dear, one of my dear teachers, Rabbi Moshe Parstak of blessed memory, and he told me the story. The story is about a man called Menashe, a Jew called Menashe, and it takes place in 1929 when there were the massacres in Hebron. Right there, that the Jews were massacred just now. Unfortunately, it's not a new thing, and but in Israel it was a sort of a new thing, but also not. There were the massacres in Hebron. The massacres in Hebron, there were killed like 70 people. What happened was is that the Jewish community there was a lot of Chabad also in the Jewish community in Hebron, as they got along really, really well with the Arabs that were in Hebron. Really well. This is, of course, before Medina Yisrael was 1929, and they built institutions over there, Chabad, that they're still standing to this day. And they used to go to each other's weddings and things like that, and the Arabs and the Jews were this. And one day, the wazin, the one, the Arab, whatever is that goes up in the big turret they have in their mosques. So he said, "Kill all the Jews, kill all the Jews," and everybody comes from all the area all around, and with hatchets and knives and things, and they're killing the Jews. Now there were British soldiers that were supposed to protect the Jews, but you can't rely on them like relying on the United Nations, right? So they started killing Jews. Now, among the non-Jews that were there, among the Arabs that were there was a renegade Jew, and his name was Menashe. And Menashe, for whatever reasons he left the Jewish community and he became part of the Arab community. And he acted like an Arab and he dressed like an Arab. And I don't know if they made him change his religion or not, if it wasn't, but in any case, he was 100% with the Arabs, acted, looked like them, etc. Now came and he would, on Shabbat, he had tremendous disdain for the Jewish community over there. And on Shabbat, he would drive through the Jewish community riding on his donkey or on his motorcycle, whatever it was, with smoking a cigarette. And they would say, Menashe, Menashe, come back to us, return back to your Judaism. And he would say, I'm a good Jew. I don't need your commandments. I don't need your this. I found my place and I'm with my friends. Anyway, so now here we have a flash back to the beginning of this story. The Arabs come down and they're massacring Jews. So first of all, the Jews are totally unsuspecting. They don't know what's going to happen. And so first of all, they start killing Jews in the street. And then they start killing Jews in public places. And then they start going from house to house looking for Jews. And so they come to this house where Menashe is sitting with his friends, his Arab friends. And they look inside, they got hatchets and knives and things like that. There's a special graveyard. If you go to Hebron, to the Jewish people, there's a special graveyard just for the people that were killed in Hebron. There's like, 70 graves over there. So they look around, they say, any Jews here? And the Arabs that are sitting there, they say no. And they look at Menashe and they sense he looks a little bit different. So they say, what about him? What about him? And all of the Arabs there say, no, what are you talking about? He's one of us. He's one of us. He's not a Jew. He's not a Jew. They say, oh, okay, good. And they leave, close the door, and they go down the street looking for more Jews to kill. This Menashe is sitting there, and he's thinking for a couple seconds, he's really uneasy, runs to the door, opens the door, runs after these people, and he yells, I'm a Jew, I'm a Jew, I'm a Jew. And they killed him. So the Arabs that were with him, they were his friends, they were his friends, they were just amazed by what happened. They couldn't understand what was going on. He chose Menashe, he was on the winning side, right? He left the Jews, and that was a wise decision because of leaving the Jews, so he wasn't in danger, and he would be able to live. But it seems that Menashe, to have a good time and to be a day-to-day life person, as he could leave his Judaism, didn't mean anything to him. But when it came down to this whole very life depended on the fact that he wasn't a Jew, his life depended on his identity as a non-Jew, he couldn't do that. That he couldn't do. He couldn't deny the essence of who he is. And he ran out and he was killed. And that's true Judaism. That's the true motivation for what Judaism is. Namely, I'm a Jew. I don't understand it. I'm a Jew. I don't care what the repercussions are. And that should be our motivation every time we do Torah, we do the commandments. The Jew is a good thing. And it's worthwhile to spend everything we have in order to increase this good in the world, even for another second, and not to deny it. Have a good day with Mashiach now. Thank you very much for coming. See you tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you.